Welcome back to MarkOneModels. Sometimes you're not quite up for a full build, so you grab something a bit simpler. And then you still take it up a notch, just because. Such is the case with today's build, so stick around and have a look. Today, we'll be working on the MPC Lotus Indy turbine car kit, but not actually the turbine car. Instead, we're working on the wheel horse garden tractor that comes with it as a push vehicle. Looking at the instructions, this is not a complicated build as it only includes 5 steps. But that never stops a modeler from putting their own personal touches on a build. As it turns out, my daughter's first pulling tractor was a similar wheel horse tractor, so I'm relatively familiar with this and thought I'd put in some extras where I could. No, I wouldn't be turning it into a puller, but I thought I can definitely add in some of the missing details. To start off, I needed to get rid of all the chrome these parts had. I started with a solution of Awesome, which is a degreaser you can get at the dollar stores, but it wasn't touching it. So then I moved on to 91% alcohol, and this too had no impact after 48 hours. So I moved on to DOT3 brake fluid, and this finally took off all the chrome. I then cleaned everything and let it dry. Now we could move on to primer and paint. For the paint, I went through my selections of red and found that Tamiya TS39 looked to be a good match. As it turns out, this has a bit much more sheen than the cap indicates, so don't be like me and instead do a test paint on some plastic spoons to make sure it looks like you actually want it to. I had decided this would not be a pusher vehicle either, so I lopped off the front portions of the frame that a normal tractor would not have. Most of the kit gets the red treatment, but I did mask off sections that needed to be black or silver. For the wheels, they are molded to the tires. I originally painted them black with the intention of masking the tires to paint the wheels white, but that was problematic. So instead, I painted the wheels white and then masked the wheels off with Silly Putty to paint the tires black. We'll get back to the build in just a moment, but I wanted to take a moment to remind you that if you like these videos, feel free to give a like and subscribe and share with your friends. Don't forget to make sure your notifications are turned on so you won't miss an episode. You can also follow along on our Facebook, Instagram, and Threads pages, and you can find those on the links in the homepage. Now let's get back to the build. In the engine compartment, that is where I could really make a difference. Yes, I built out the simple motor and mask colors to get it to look good, but then there was the extras. I used Tamiya panel liner to darken up the lines and the fins of the engine and transaxle. I drilled for a spark plug wire to go from the coil to the engine. I drilled for wires to go into the battery and the starter. I also decided to add fuel lines with an inline filter to go from the fuel tank to the carburetor. And while it would mostly be covered up, I added in the belt that goes from the engine to the transaxle. To finish off the body, I found replacement decals for the actual tractor online and turned those into mini decals on my inkjet and applied them to the tractor. Assembly went well for most of this, but I will caution builders to test fit wheel and axle alignments, as mine isn't completely straight and one of the fronts does not touch the ground. Overall though, it was a fun little build and I'm happy with the results. What do you think? Would you have built it box stock, or as a puller, or as something in between like I did? Do you know of other garden tractor builds out there? I'd love to know in the comments. Before I let you go though, I wanted to take a moment and thank you all for your time and support. We've just reached 200 subscribers on the channel, and I am thankful for you all. As always, thank you for watching MarkOneModels.